Test, test. Okay. Hello, everybody. We are going to officially get things kicked off to try to keep us on time today. We have a lot of sessions over the next 2 days. So welcome to VeloxCon 2026, both for the folks in the room and on live stream. We're so excited, and it's so awesome to see many of you here. Thank you for being early and on time today. By way of introduction, I am Allie Leclerc. I work on open source at IBM, and I am thrilled to be a part of the VeloxCon committee for yet another year. And I am joined by Akash Deep from Meta. So as we get things kicked off this morning, Akash and I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the Velox community, highlight some of the latest work and some of the community going-ons that have been going on for the last year since we met last. And that's what we're really excited to do today. So this event is really about one thing, and it's about how we are advancing AI in SQL analytics through shared infrastructure. And Velox is at the center of that. Over the next 2 days, you're going to hear from tons of engineers, the folks that are actually building this stack across companies, across use cases, and across the entire ecosystem. First of all, though, what a year it's been for the community. Back in December, we hosted our first ever VeloxCon China. I think some of you may have even been there, which was a huge milestone in expanding the community globally. And then in March, Velox showed up on a pretty big stage, NVIDIA GTC, where Jensen gave the work that NVIDIA and IBM is doing with Velox a pretty big shout out. So you'll hear more about all of that work tomorrow, but this was a pretty exciting day for the Velox team and the community around it. So for me, this is all a signal. Velox isn't just some small niche project coming out of Meta anymore. It's showing up in the broader conversations around AI infrastructure. So if you were here last year, you might recognize this slide, but we have some new numbers. So over the last year, since we've met last, we've seen an 80% growth and new contributors. And we've added 115 new contributors in the last year, which is nearly double the previous year. That's pretty incredible. Across the board, stars, forks, commits, they're all growing at a super impressive rate. But the most important thing here is not just the growth, it's the type of growth. And it's signaling that this isn't just passive interest. We're seeing active builders. We're seeing people not just watching, but doing. And we all know Velox started at Meta, but today it's being built by engineers across 30 different organizations. So really awesome to see such growth in these numbers. And of course, who doesn't love a logo wall? Just some examples of both Velox users and contributors to the project. So all really exciting to see. So I'm going to make one more important change then. Velox is not becoming foundational infrastructure. Velox is foundational infrastructure, and these numbers are a testament to that. So that's really great. Okay, with that, I'd like to pass it over to Akash to share more about some of the stuff going on in both Velox and Meta.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks, Ali. Yep. So hello, everyone. This is Akash. I am an engineering manager here in the Presto team at Meta. I'm going to talk about some of the community-driven innovations and what we have been up to here at Meta. And also, I'll talk about some of the culture and collaboration. So Velox as an ecosystem is seeing a lot of expansion across multiple dimensions. There is hardware acceleration and hardware innovation which is happening, and Velox is the place where it is meeting query execution. There is work happening on platform adoption side. Different clouds, platforms are adopting Velox as well. In addition, I think there is existing compute engines which are like Presto and Spark, they are also maturing in how they have adopted Velox. There is more maturity in terms of like getting more sophisticated and deeper integration and stuff like that. Yep. So moving on, I want to highlight some of the recent work from the community. So the first one is Presto GPU with UCX Exchange. So here we have enabled multi-GPU and multi-node execution, which unlocks GPU-accelerated query processing at scale. It's a big step towards making Velox a heterogeneous compute engine. Then we also got the full Iceberg V2 read and write support. It brings Iceberg on parity with the Hive performance and makes like the compute engines which Velox support first-class citizen on the Iceberg ecosystem. Next one is we also launched geospatial support along with close partnership with open source. So we are going to hear a lot about many of these over the next few days. Moving on, I want to also take a moment to talk about one of the most important part, which is the community foundation and community support. In the last 6 months alone, we have had 700 plus contributions from the community. It has been across bug fixing, across performance improvement, fixing tests, improvements to the build and CI, and also documentation improvement. It has been coming from across different like companies like IBM, NVIDIA, ARM, Intel, etc. And there are people who have found something which was broken and have fixed it. And I want to say that I think this is what keeps the project going on and makes it like available for others to build on. From there, I want to talk about few milestones here at Meta, which will show how deeply Velox is integrated at Meta. So we completed the Prestissimo migration last year. Now 100% of Presto workloads at Meta are powered by Velox. The next one is Velox is the default engine which is used for training data loading for new recommendation model. So Velox is no more just the SQL engine. It's also part of the ML training pipeline. And we have also started using Gluten internally, which is bringing Velox into the Spark ecosystem as well. And these three together paint a really key picture that Velox is now a critical part of the infrastructure here at Meta, both in the analytics and AI workload. And we'll have, like, I think, many talks over the next couple of days on these. Moving to the culture and collaboration part on how we build together. So open source is not just about publishing code. It's a culture of collaboration, and I think there is an interesting flywheel which we get out of building in the open. So there are two effects which we didn't fully anticipate. The first one was incentivizing hardware partners to invest more deeply. When the code is public and widely adopted, partners like NVIDIA and ARM, they are able to contribute optimizations directly. And then the second one is a more newer one, which is AI-assisted development becomes a lot easier when the code is available in the open, design docs are in the open, and the RFCs are also available. Next, I'll break it down into three pillars quickly. So first one is we are built in the open with public design docs, with a formalized design philosophy, and we have an open RFC process as well. Like I talked about in the last slide, we have the hardware flywheel, which is going on, where hardware partners are able to contribute optimizations directly. And then the last one is a newer one, which is it's also better for AI because we have open code, open docs, and open RFCs. So moving on to the last one, which is, join us. If you are already using Velox, that's great. If not, use it using Presto, Spark, or PyVelox. You can contribute through open issues, opening issues, contributing on diffs and join design discussions as well. And then definitely connect, join our Slack or GitHub discussions, and yeah. So yeah, I think with that, I'll give it back to Ali.